This video is to celebrate Black History Month. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're brand new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you've been here before, as always, thank you, and welcome back. I'm Annie Rivera and this is Annie Talks, and today we're celebrating Black History Month, and I am here with Monikalynn, also known as my Kumu, Lehua Hawkins. Monikalynn Hawkins, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a bit about your background. Give a sense of your background and your upbringing and what it means to you to be, or what it means to you for Black history.
I am born and raised here in Los Angeles, California. My father is African American. He comes from Middletown, Ohio. And my mother is Hawaiian, and she is from the island of Hawaii, from the South Kona side of Calif. Black History Month for me is another month. Every day is Black History Day for me. I'm biracial, so obviously every day I celebrate being African American as well as celebrate being Hawaiian. So I don't believe that, there should be just one month that we celebrate as African Americans being who we are, because every day we wake up, that is the skin that we live in. I was born and raised here in Los Angeles, and I grew up in West Los Angeles. I attended Hamilton High School. My mother transplanted here from Hawaii right out of high school. We've always lived here in Los Angeles. We were raised in a Hawaiian home, but all of our relatives that we were surrounded with were our African American family. We did not grow up with our Hawaiian family. My father's family comes from Kentucky, from Ohio, from Michigan. My grandfather and all of his brothers were Masons. And so we definitely grew up in that kind of environment, and learning what it meant, I think, to be young African American children, but more so biracial. And in that time, and we're talking about in the 70s, that was kind of difficult because we were still in a period of segregation. We were still in a time where blacks had their side and everybody else had their side, and it was particularly a little challenging for us because my mother was not African American, obviously, and so she had her own set of challenges with my father's family, because it was the expectation that he should have married an African American woman and not a Hawaiian woman. Finding your identity when you're a young person, especially being biracial, can be quite difficult, especially when the climate of society is very heightened. And so finding our place as young Hawaiian kids was also difficult. So we were kind of stuck in the middle trying to find out who we actually were. I was fortunate enough for my father to know and be very strong in his own identity, not as a black man, but as a man, period. But he recognized that there would be certain challenges for us. And coincidentally enough, he would tell us, it's very obvious on the outside that you're black. Everyone can see that you're black, but they don't know that you're Hawaiian. So you're always Hawaiian first. And at that time, whenever you would fill out an application, you fill out something, there was always a box. You were either white or you were black or you were other. And it was my father that told us to check other.
Your father had an awareness, and he knew that segueing into your adulthood life, that there would be some challenges, and he prepared you for that.
He did. My skin doesn't make me who I am. It's everything that's inside of me that's been that was given to me before I even was born.
Tell us about some of your heroes. Who are some of your heroes that give meaning to Black History Month, or just everyday living for you?
My heroes, again, because we as black people, we suffer through a lot of social injustice, stereotypes. before you even walk in the room, if someone knows that you're black, they already have an idea of who you are and how you're going to behave, what your educational background is. They've already sized you up. And so that challenge for me is especially heightened for my husband, who is African American, for my 3 boys that are three shades of chocolate. I call them 3 shades of chocolate because I have dark chocolate, I have milk chocolate, and I have white chocolate. And then my grandson, who's only 5 years old. My 3 boys, they're heroes for me because I know that every day that they walk out the door, they have to struggle in society to be recognized or acknowledged for who they are and not who society thinks they are, right? That every day that they come home safe, that's heroic for me because I see police stopping young black boys in the street just because they're black. I see that driving down the street. I see women clenching their purses when they go into shopping malls or stores just because they're black. So I celebrate just being black every single day. And every day that we demonstrate as black people that we are not the color of our skin, that we are successful, beautiful, cultured people, and there's so much more to us than the stereotypes that have been presented that are lived in society. That's something to celebrate. I celebrate having figures such as Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Coretta Scott King and all of these historically black people who helped bring forward the injustices and of being African American, but they're just a stepping stone. There's so many people now paving the way, young and old, that are putting forth the positive roles that we represent.
So you're biracial, you're both black and Hawaiian. Talk a little bit about those 2 worlds and how you combine them together.
Okay, so they automatically get combined together because I just am who I am. I'm a biracial person. The worlds have come together in a manifestation as far as me being a Hula person. When we were younger, my younger sister actually decided she wanted to learn Hula. Remember I was telling you how we grew up in a Hawaiian home, so my mother, when we would get up in the morning and do our chores on the weekends, she would play Hawaiian music, and that's how we would clean the house. We ate Hawaiian food. Everything that we did in our home was traditionally Hawaiian. It was the way that she kept clear to herself, but it also, again, remember I mentioned that my father would tell us, it's obvious that you're black. In everything in our surroundings, we're black. But it isn't obvious that you're Hawaiian. And so my mother really worked hard to make sure that we knew who we were on that side of the spectrum as well. So going back, my younger sister decided that she wanted to learn to dance hula. And so, we're 2 years apart, so we're, bookends. And so I decided just to tag along just to see what it was about. She went to her first class, and then the second class from there, I just started dancing. 35, 40 years later, I'm still dancing. She doesn't, but it became a way of life for me. So at first, it was just for entertainment and just to learn. But then when I got into my 20s, I decided that I wanted something more out of my hula. That I no longer wanted to present myself as a Hawaiian in the grass skirt and the coconut shells, because it was such a negative stereotype for me as a Hawaiian. That's not who we are and who I wanted people to know I was and the people that I came from. And that's where my journey towards becoming a Kumu hula started. Started from being groomed in a traditional hula school. And that's when I started really learning about my culture, about what being Hawaiian was.
So let's talk about some of your professional or personal accomplishments.
Well, professionally, I am a global payroll director of a technology company. And that's been a great experience because when I started professionally many, many years ago in the payroll world, it was just a job, and I grew that into a career. I hold a bachelor's degree in human resources, and I hold a master's degree in organizational development. And I use those, that in my professional world. Personally, and it is kind of goes hand in hand, personal, professional. I am the Kumu Hula of Hālau, Hula, Calif, and Maukele. I went through formal uniki under the auspices of Master Kumu Hula Me Kamamalu Klein in 2010 in Papa Kupu. I come from the Maiki line of Hula, and anyone who is in Hula knows who Auntie Maiki is. So I'm very, very proud to be able to say that I'm rooted in and in that Hula lineage. And it also comes with a lot of responsibility to make sure that I'm always not just representing myself as a Kumu Hula, but also representing my Kumu, her Kumu, and all of those that came before them and paved the way for us to be able to celebrate being Hawaiian, to perpetuate our culture, to help be a part of the resurgence of a culture that was almost dead, and perpetuate that for further generations.
For all the viewers and all the young men and women, African American and beyond, what message would you like to share with them?
I don't think I'm unique in the fact that I'm biracial. I think I'm lucky. I really do. I believe that that I'm one of millions of biracial or multicultural people out there. I just happen to be given this platform to talk about me and my story, but it's not so unique. I think that there are so many other Hawaiian Black kids out there, or young people out there that live the same thing that I live, that are striving for the same dreams that I'm striving for. I think what makes me special is that I am attuned to who I am and who I want people to see me as, that I know who I am. And there are some people that are still on that journey, or maybe haven't even gotten on the journey, that they're fine just blending in with everyone else. But I find passion in demonstrating who I am uniquely, culturally, because there is so much to brag about. There's so much to be proud about being an African American woman. There's so much to be proud about being a Hawaiian woman. And those two cultures blending together, for me, that story is going to be long-standing from through the end of time for me, and through my children and through my grandchildren. And I'm lucky to be that person in my family, to be able to share these experiences, in hopes that that's going to help spark something in my kids and in my nephews and my nieces, so that they have something unique to share with their families when they start having them.
Well, that's it, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to comment down below and let us know what you enjoyed about this video. And if you have any comments for Monikalynn Lehua Hawkins. Monique, thank you so much again for having me here and for allowing me to get to know more about you.
Thanks for having me, and thank you for letting me ramble on. I appreciate it.
And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that anytime we upload a video, you'll be notified. Stick around for more Annie Talks and more celebration awareness videos. Check back often, as we'll have many more to come in the near future. Thank you again so much for watching, and we'll see you in my next video. Promotional consideration provided by Luxwear Trends, affordable, luxurious timepieces for every occasion, luxury that lasts forever, and that's what sets us apart from others. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, or visit luxweartrends.com. That's LUXE weartrends.com. Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment and like below. Okay. Oh. Oh.
me.
Much better. Okay, Lord, you have mercy. Okay. Oh God, I hope I don't glisten.